Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So continue to read Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 5, text number 41. Marganji Yat Te Mukhapadma Nidaihi Chandanaha Suparnaihi Rishaham Vidiktam Yasyam Agham Marsha Udam Sarit Varayaha Padam Padam Tirtham Padaham Prapannaha Marganti Yekta Mukhapadmani Daish Marganti Yatte Mukhapadmani Daish Chandak Suparna Rishayo Vidikte Chandak Suparna Rishayo Vidikte Yasyakramar Shuddha Saritvaraya Yasyakramar Shuddha Saritvaraya Padam Padam Tirthapada Prapannaha Padam Padam Tirthapada Prapannaha Marganti Yatte Mukhapadmani Daish Chandak Suparna Rishayo Vidikte Yasyankamar Shuddha Saritvaraya Padam Padam Tirthapada Prapannaha Marganti Yatte Mukhapadmani Daish Chandak Suparna Rishayo Vidikte Yasyakamar Shuddha Saritvaraya Padam Padam Tirthapada Prapannaha
Margandiyate Mukhapadmani Daish
Margandiyate Mukhapadmani Daish
Chandas Suparna Rishayo Vidikte
Chandas Suparna Rishayo Vidikte
Yasyagamar Shuddha Saritvaraya
Yasyagamar Shuddha Saritvaraya
Padam Padam Tirthapada Prapanna
Padam Padam Tirthapada Prapanna
Margandiyate Mukhapadmani Daish
Margandiyate Mukhapadmani Daish
Chandas Suparna Rishayo Vidikte
Chandas Suparna Rishayo Vidikte
Yasyagamar Shuddha Saritvaraya
Yasyagamar Shuddha Saritvaraya
Padam Padam Tirthapada Prapanna
Padam Padam Tirthapada Prapanna
Margantiyate Mukhapadmani Daish
Margantiyate Mukhapadmani Daish
Chandas Suparne Rishayo Vidikte
Chandas Suparna Rishayo Vidikte
Yasyakamar Shuddha Saritvaraya
Yasyagamar Shuddha Saritvaraya
Padam Padam Tirthapada Prapanna
Padam Padam Tirthapada Prapanna
Самая chakras. Mataji. Marganti, searching after. Yat, as. Te, your. Mukhapadma, lotus-like face. Nidaihi, by those who have taken shelter of such a lotus flower. Chandaha, Vedic hymns. Suparnaihi, by the wings. Rishayaha, the sages. Vivikte, in clear mind. Yasya, host. Agamasha, that which offers freedom from all reactions to sin. Sarit, rivers. Parayaha, in the best. Padam, in every step. Tirthapadaha, one whose lotus feet are as good as a place of pilgrimage. Prapannaha, taking shelter. Translation and commentary His Divine Grace in Simple Tividance from Srila Prabhupada. The lotus feet of the Lord are by themselves the shelter of all places of pilgrimage. The great clear-minded sages carried by the wings of the Vedas always search after the nest of your lotus-like face. Some of them surrendered to your lotus feet at every step by taking shelter of the best of rivers, the Ganges, which can deliver one from all sinful reactions. The Paramahamsas are compared to royal swans who make their nest of the petals of the lotus flower. The Lord's transcendental bodily parts are always compared to the lotus flowers because in the material world the lotus flower is the last word in beauty. The most beautiful things in the world is the Vedas or Bhagavad Gita because therein knowledge imparted by the personality of God himself. The Paramahamsa makes his nest in the lotus-like face of the Lord and always seeks shelter at his lotus feet, which are reached by the wings of Vedic wisdom. Since the Lord is the original source of all emanations, intelligent person and enlightened by Vedic knowledge, seek the shelter of the Lord just as birds who live at the nest again search out the nest to take complete rest. All the Vedic knowledge is meant for understanding the Supreme Lord, as stated by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita 15:15. Vedas Shasravayam Aham Eva Vedya. Intelligent persons who are like swans take shelter of the Lord by all means and do not hover on the mental plane by fruitless speculating on different philosophies. The Lord is so kind that he has spread the river Ganges through the universe so that by taking bath and that holy river everyone can get released from the reactions of sins which occur at every step. There are many rivers in the world which are able to evoke one's sense of God consciousness simply by one's bathing in them. And the river Ganges is chief amongst them. In India there are 5 sacred rivers, but the Ganges is the most sacred. The river Ganges in the Bhagavad Gita are chief source of transcendental happiness for mankind. And intelligent persons can take shelter of them to go back home, back to Godhead. Even Sripali Shankaracharya recommends that a little knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and the drinking of a little quantity of Ganges water can save one from the punishment of Yamaraja. Nirvishesha Shunya Vani Pashchitya Shtarina Jai Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Marganti Etam Kapadmani Daishchandak Surandar Vishayo Vivikte Yasyam Kamashoda Saritvaraya Padam Padam Tirhapada Prapannaha. Those feet of the Lord are by themselves the shelter of all places of pilgrimage. The great clear mind sage carried by the wings of the Vedas always search after the nest of your lotus-like face. Some of them surrender to your lotus feet at every step, taking shelter of the best river, the Ganges, which can deliver one from all sinful reactions. You can see again and again stressed and emphasized in Srimad Bhagavatam that we should surrender to lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna. And how we can surrender, we should hearing from the bona fide source, from the bona fide representatives. Like in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, we can see all the sages, they came to Naimisharanya to hear Shravana, because this is the process. And if possible, can you pull up this first canto, first chapter, 15, shlok number 15. Yes, this is the beginning, you can see, translation. This is Sutta. Those great sages who have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord can once sanctify those who come in touch with them. There is the waters of Ganges can sanctify only after prolonged use. You can see all of them, they came in that place in Naimisharanya. And according to Vedas, the Naimisharanya is the center of the universe. You can see if someone visiting Naimisharanya, you can see they have like pond, like some kunda, and in the center of this kunda have like a big hole. This is hole like a well, but according to Veda, they don't have a bottom. This is like unlimited. It's no bottom. You cannot measure this. What is the deep of this well? And you can see even when you go to this pond, this kunda, you should circumambulate this well in the water, and you can see even water is going like this. Like they have like the moving water is moving like this, like circumambulated also this place, because this is like the fixed spot. And everything is going around this spot because it's the center of the universe. And this, all the sages came to that place, not like by chance, because they have some special understanding. This is the most like auspicious place according to Vedas. And they're hearing this in Krishna Gatha. And in this particular shloka, you can see the instructions and Gatha, whatever is given by sages, and they even more benefit, more sanctify those people even than the Ganges. Because whereas the water of Ganges can sanctify only after prolonged use. And then you can see in the commentaries, pure devotees of the Lord are more powerful than the water of the sacred river Ganges. One can derive spiritual benefit out of prolonged use of the Ganges waters. But one can be sanctified once by the mercy of a pure devotee of the Lord. And Bhagavad Gita states that any person, regardless of birth or Shudra, woman or mention, can take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, and by so doing can return to Godhead. To take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord means to take shelter of the pure devotees. The pure devotees whose only business is service and are honored by the names of Prabhupada and Vishnupada. You can see it's also a very significant point, like any pure devotee can be named by Vishnupada and Prabhupada. which indicates such devotees to be representative of the lotus feet of the Lord. Anyone therefore who takes shelter of the lotus feet of a pure devotee by accepting the pure devotees as his spiritual master, can be at once purified. Such devotees of the Lord are honored equally with the Lord because they are engaged in the most confident service of the Lord, for they deliver out of the material world the fallen souls whom the Lord wants to return home back to God. Such devotees are better known as the wise Lord according to revealed scriptures. The sincere disciple of the pure devotee considers the spiritual master equal to the Lord, but always considers himself to be humble servant of the servant of the Lord. This is the pure devotional path. This is also a very significant point that if you accept spiritual master, is not that you became a disciple of him. You can be a disciple of him only if you follow the instructions. It's like when I heard this first time, the point that no, because how is possible? This is the process is like this. If you accept the spiritual master, it means you are his disciple. This is my spiritual master, I am his disciple. But this one example like came in my mind that if you respect your guru, but in the same moment you make some offenses to him, how you can have like a relationship with him? If like you glorify him, but you're neglecting his instructions, neglecting what he's like, how you can be a disciple of him? It's not working. And this is the process like Krishna gave us, and also we can see today we started this is 10 offenses, the chanting 10 offenses like in the holy name. How you can make proper relationship with Krishna if you make offenses. Even like this is like a 10, number 10, like when you inattentively chanting mantra. Yes, this is like you want to improve your relationship with someone, and simultaneously you neglect the importance of the relationship. It's like you try to make by fire, and then simultaneously you can put the Srila Prabhupada disciples. This is Prabhupada gave this permission for this, and he gave like even encourage. I forget his name. He told like you should do this. This is a big book now. This like mentioned at many points about the chanting of holy name, and actually, like also we have many stories like of how Prabhupada told about. If you want to increase the book distribution, you should chanting all your 16 rounds continuously, like without any break. And we should understand that the chanting of holy name, like Hare Krishna Mahamantra, this is like the most important part of our day. This is the most important part of our day, and we should speak about this because otherwise it's like became like a routine. It's like became some activity, whatever, like can compare with another activity, but it's incomparable because this is the most important things. And this is morning hours is like the best for chanting mantra. Like also all of us, we know this. We have this experience when we're chanting our ranks, like in daytime or evening time. It's very difficult to chant. Even you should spend so much time for this, like more time than in morning. Or it's also not like so focusing because like you do so many. In other activities, you can chant like 2 rounds, and then 4 rounds, and then 6 rounds, and then again 1 round, and then again 2 rounds, and it became completely broken. Japa completely broken. It's difficult to focusing. And if you compare with like you chanting 16 rounds continuously, like from first round still 16 rounds, or maybe you chant 20 rounds, or 25 rounds, or maybe 30 rounds, maybe 64 rounds, you can see the difference when you're chanting continuously. Like you can absorb your consciousness fully. And of course, you cannot speak with someone if you're chanting rounds. Otherwise, it's like indication. You can show to Krishna like this is speech with someone is more important than speech with you. It means like you speaking from someone. Okay, this is like more important than my relationship with Krishna. Of course, we can have some emergency situations, and we have some like duty according to our post and our position in Krishna consciousness movement. But like as much as possible, we should concentrate for chanting. Otherwise, like we cannot improve our relationship with Krishna. We can still we can do this like 10 years, 20 years, and our taste is not coming. And after some time, we can thinking this process is not working. This is the problem, that the many devotees, they chanting somehow or other, and the taste is not come. But actually, because of proper chanting, because of proper following the process, our taste should increase. It should increase. It means you every time you're searching for opportunity to chant your rounds, and even you don't have this understanding to chant your rounds. You're not thinking oh, this is 16 rounds, but I should chant. You want to chant more and more. Like if you read this Bhaktisiddhanta Vaibhava, you can see the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he told even if you're not chanting 64 rounds, how you can offer the bhoga to Lord. Which kind of offering you can do if you're not chanting 64 rounds? Even you cannot offer the water for Lord. Of course, then he explained that this is not exactly you should chant this or 64 rounds of the Japamala. You can chant your 16 rounds and Japamala, and the rest of them you can chant during your seva. Even you're washing the pots, mopping the floor, and driving the car. You can chant your rounds extra, chanting, but 64 64 is minimum. It's amazing. And some disciples of him ask him Prabhupada, how we can do these 64 rounds? We have so much seva. We should have we have a preaching, we have so many obligations, we have so much duty. But it should be done. Even in our history, and Prabhupada also, some of disciples of him, they ask him, Prabhupada, we should preach so much, and we don't have enough time for an hour sadhana. How we can chant, how we can read, extra, even Prabhupada told you should read at least 2 hours. My books, you should read 2 hours. And Tamal Krishna Goswami asked him, how I can read, reduce your sleeping time. Prabhupada, already I'm sleeping 4 or 5 hours. You can reduce more. If you like to read, you can reduce you. Sometimes devotees, they thinking this is Goswami, they sleeping 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, and we thinking maybe they spoke about nap, daily nap, because at least we should at least sleep 6 hours, 7 hours in daytime. Also, we can take a nap for 2 hours, 1.5, at least 1 hour minimum. Maybe they spoke about nap, daily nap, this. Amazing, but Prabhupada told you reduce your sleeping time. This is amazing. If you like to read my books, if you really have a value of my books, if you have an understanding about the importance of my books, you can reduce your sleeping time. It's amazing. But it's working like this. I saw some examples, some our God brothers. I saw they very determined to read the books. Even if they went completely sleepy. They jump, they make some push-up, they have some running, fighting with sleep anything, and then after a few minutes they do some exercise, and then again start to read, and the next 15-20 minutes again you can read because your body is awakened, and then again and again, and then you go do some practical service, and you wash your feet or wash your face, wash your body in a cold shower, and then again you start to read or chanting mantra, and you try to conquer the sleep, the desire to sleep. But they fighting, and Krishna reciprocates accordingly also. It's amazing how it's working, because if we understand for whom we are doing this, of course, another side of this austerity is we became proud because of this, and we are thinking we are very advanced, and we are a yogi, and we can do something extraordinary. If we can compare with another devotees, it's also very dangerous. But the point that Krishna is reciprocate. Krishna is reciprocate in any our activity, because we have sometimes we have very difficult circumstances, not proper circumstances for perform some service. But if you do this, this is Krishna reciprocate much more. And also you can see this is in Bhagavad Gita we have this austere for mind. Can you pull this 17 Bhagavad Gita 17, chapter 16 verse. This interesting explanation of state of mind, this translation. And satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind. To make the mind austere is to detach it from sense gratification. It should be so trained that it can be always thinking of doing good for others. The best training for the mind is gravity in thoughts. One should not deviate from Krishna consciousness and must always avoid sense gratification. This is an interesting point, also sense gratification, because really, even if you're doing during the book distribution, and go for book distribution, you can meet some cool guys who is very familiar with this activity what you perform before Krishna consciousness. And you thinking, oh, this is very interesting person, we can speak with him very openly, and you start to speak with the language whatever acceptable for him, or you can meet some Mataji or some lady, and you can speak also very familiar, very close, and this is desire to sense enjoy and to enjoy yourself, to enjoy ourselves senses is very deep in our heart. This is just little small opportunity to speak with someone about some mundane topics or some flirt or some sex, some subtle sex is very very nearby to us, and then because of that, you can see the best training of the mind is gravity in thoughts. Even in thought, whatever you think, that's very important. One should not deviate from Krishna consciousness and must always avoid sense gratification. It's really we can feel ourselves protected in book distribution, because you're doing this for Krishna and Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, all the Guru Parampara is there. But still, you can see it's working, but you should be very conscious, because otherwise we have many examples when devotees going for book distribution, and then they can have a new job, a new girlfriend. This is it's very very common for our society, because this is it's here. It's one sense you're completely protected because you perform Sankirtan Yagi, but still you should be very conscious. To purify one's nature is to become Krishna consciousness. Satisfaction of the mind can be obtained only by taking the mind away from thoughts of sense enjoyment. The more we think of sense enjoyment, the more the mind becomes dissatisfied. In the present age, we unnecessarily engage the mind in so many different ways of sense gratification, and so there is no possibility of the mind's becoming satisfied. It's really amazing that even you go for the most important yagya in this the age of Kali, but you're watching, you try to find all the sense gratifications on the street. The best course is to divert the mind of the Vedic literature, which is full of dissatisfying stories, and the Puranas and the Mahabharata. But it's also, you can say, also can be dangerous. If you try to engage your mind in the studying of Vedic literatures, you also can be proud because of that. Even dangerous in every step. It's amazing. This is the solution. Or if you want to be in Krishna consciousness, you go for book distribution. Very nice, good solution. You go for book distribution, but Maya also is there. Okay, if you want to divert your mind, you can absorb your consciousness studying Vedic scriptures. Okay, but you can be proud because of this. It's amazing. The mind should be devoid of duplicity, and one should think on the welfare of all. Silence means that one is always thinking of self-realization. The person of Krishna consciousness observes perfect silence in this sense. Control of mind means detach the mind from sense enjoyment. One should be straightforward in his dealings and thereby purify his existence. All these qualities together constitute austerity and mental activities. It means again and again we should see that that Krishna consciousness is very sweet, and the chant Hare Krishna and be happy is very very simple for everyone. But also there's so many rules and regulations. Like today we started all these 10 offenses. many things we should still we should keep in mind, that should we follow. Otherwise, process will be very complicated. All our philosophy, just chant and dance. But why we should chant? Why we should dance? So many questions can arise in our consciousness, in our mind. But we should do this. And the scriptures, especially this mentioned that Mahabharata, because it's very easy to understand. But our Guru Maharaj told that very interesting point, that Mahabharata is very complicated. One story came from another story, from another story, from another story, from another story, from another story. And if you have a strong mind, you can lose the trace of these stories. Why we spoke about this? It's because of that, or because of that, or because of that. And if you have a good memory on a strong mind, you cannot even remember from why we came to that point. This Mahabharata. This Mahabharata is for people who is not so intelligent. Dvija Bandhu, merchants, women, and all. This is only Mahabharata. I want to speak about Srimad Bhagavatam, want to speak about Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's only Mahabharata. But we should absorb our consciousness in these descriptions. And another points in this commentary, Srila Prabhupada told about Ganges. This is also very, very important to perform this bathing in Ganges. And Prabhupada gave interesting commentary. And this is, can you pull up this Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, chapter 21, verse number 4. 21:4. Yes, translation. O king, the water from Lord Brahma's Kamadalam washed the lotus feet of the Lord Vamanadev, who is known as Rukrama, the wonderful actor. This is the water become so pure that it was transformed into the water of the Ganges, which went flowing down from the sky, purifying the three worlds like the pure fame of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And translation or commentary. Here we understand that the Ganges began when the water from the Lord Brahma's Kamandalo washed the lotus feet of the Lord Vamanadev. But in the 5th canto it is stated that the Ganges began when Vamanadeva's left foot pierced the covering of the universe, so that the transcendental water of the causal ocean leaked through. And elsewhere it is also stated that Lord Narayana appeared as the water of the Ganges. The water of the Ganges, therefore, is a combination of three transcendental waters, and thus the Ganges is able to purify the three worlds. This is the descriptions given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. 3. This is even 1 is enough, you can see this is 3. This is, if you have a even small trace of this understanding when you're bathing in Ganges, this is very, very beneficial for you. Because sometimes even Prabhupada gave this example, some people they go into some sacred place like Prayag to take a bath, but if you take a bath in Calcutta, if you live in Calcutta, you should go far away to take a bath in sacred place. But same river is there. We can see this river this some dirty things is floating in the river and the Ganges, and they're thinking how I can take a bath, how I can drink this, because all this externally. But if we can see the potency of River Ganga, this is really amazing, and this is not you should go somewhere, some another planet, you should perform some tapasya. This is very, very, it's easy. You can go, you can take a bath. This is even if you live in Calcutta, you can do this every day. And Prabhupada even gave this explanation in some commentaries in his lectures, that the people who drinking the water of Ganga every day, they became very healthy. And he told us also his example, he drinking this every day, even because of a health purpose. Also, it is very important. But to speak about spiritual, and. I want to speak a little bit also how we can accept the lotus feet, the shelter of lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna. Can you pull this Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1, Shlok number 10? Yes. That very Srimad Bhagavatam I shall recite before you because you are the most sincere devotee of the Lord Sri Krishna. One who gives full attention and respect to hearing Srimad Bhagavatam achieves unflinching faith in the Supreme Lord, the giver of salvation. This is again, you can see the key that we should be like with attention and respect hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Otherwise, it will be no effect. Srimad Bhagavatam is recognized Vedic wisdom, and the system of receiving Vedic knowledge is called Avaroha Patha, on the process of receiving transcendental knowledge through bona fide disciplic succession. For advancement of material knowledge, there is a need for personal ability and researching aptitude, but in the case of the spiritual knowledge, all progress depends more or less on the mercy of the spiritual master. It's mean like we cannot like because of our like strong intelligence and like very scholarship like mind, we can perceive the absolute truth. Because all progress depends more or less on the mercy of the spiritual master. The spiritual master must be satisfied with disciple. Only then is knowledge automatically manifest before the student of spiritual science. This is interesting example given by our spiritual master also. According to Varnashrama, like Brahmanas and Sannyasis, they like on the top of our society, and they are more capable to perceive the absolute truth. But we say the people even who don't have this is type of consciousness, this is type of intelligence, who is like not so advanced of the Vedic scriptures, and he gave an example of Jayananda Maharaj, who is like working very hard, and he's construct this radhas, and he is cooking prasadam, do some hard work, and when he gave example when Prabhupada gave him Gayatri, and that time he pronounced Gayatri to him like, and Jayananda should like repeat this Gayatri, and Prabhupada is rolling on the floor because of like he's laughing like anything, because the pronunciation of Jayananda Prabhu was very very like not proper, and but he's dedicated his life fully. It means according to Vedic system, or according to Varnas and Ashramas, he was not like in Brahmanical position. He's like looks like a Shudra. Of course, it's like we cannot recognize devotees like all this, but if you like see from the perspective or the qualities, like we can see it is not like it's important, but it's not like very only because of that you can be a devotee. And this this point also here, because the knowledge automatically manifests before the students of the spiritual science when spiritual master be satisfied. It means the key of our understanding of spiritual science is like the spiritual master should be satisfied. The process should be, however, be misunderstood to be something like magical feats, whereby the spiritual master acts like a magician and injects spiritual knowledge into his disciple, as if it's surcharging him with electrical current. The bona fide spiritual master reasonably explains everything to the disciple on the authorities of the Vedic wisdom. The disciple can receive such teachings not exactly intellectually, but by submissive inquiries and a service attitude. And again, we can see this. The disciple means discipline. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, we see also the explanation of Gurukul boys. Like if a spiritual master invite you to take prasadam, you can come. But if he's so-called forget, you cannot go. It's amazing. You should fast. Gurukul boys, like who is like 5, 6, 7 years old, like 7. This is like it's kids, we should take care about them, like we should give them whatever they want. But see, this process is like this. We should like train them. If the spiritual master not invite you to take prasadam, it means you're fasting today. But because from material perspective, it looks like a very cruel. What is this? This is like a Konslager. It's like a army or something like this. Why? But it will be very helpful for you because you became submissive. This is a service attitude, and you became very, very submissive, very humble. The idea is that both the spiritual master and the disciple must be bona fide. In this case, the spiritual master Shukadeva Goswami is ready to recite exactly what he has learned from his great father Srila Vyasadeva. And the disciple Maharaj Parikshit is the great devotee of the Lord Shri Krishna. A devotee of Lord Shri Krishna is he who believes sincerely that becoming a devotee of the Lord, one becomes fully equipped with everything spiritual. The teaching is imparted by the Lord himself in the pages of Bhagavad Gita, in which it is clearly described that the Lord Shri Krishna is everything, and that to surrender unto him solely and whole makes one of the most perfect pious men. The unflinching faith of the Lord Shri Krishna prepares one to become a student of Srimad Bhagavatam, and one who hears Srimad Bhagavatam from a devotee like Shukadeva Goswami is sure to entail salvation to the end, as Maharaja Parikshit did. This means again, we can see that we should have a faith. Without faith, you cannot do nothing. If you don't have a faith for chanting mantra, how you can chant mantra? You don't have a faith that is very powerful, and because of offenses, again, you don't have like a proper understanding about the power of holy names. Because you perform some, like even if you take this in a 10th offense, in a 10th chanting, you do this like every day, and you're chanting in every day, and you're dissatisfied because you're thinking this is not working. You're like, say, I'm chanting this 1 year, I'm chanting 2 years, I'm chanting 5 years, I'm chanting 15 years, but see, I don't feel any change in my life, and actually it can be like this. Of course, sometimes we cannot think, we can see our progress because of, like we saw this, our life every day, we cannot see by ourselves our progress, but another people can see. But sometimes it's really like this, like we don't have any progress because we can make these offenses. And this is looks like a small details, but it's a small in the beginning, because the small things, they can be like the big disaster in our spiritual life. And we should be very conscious of this. The professional reciters of Srimad Bhagavatam and the pseudo-devotees whose faith is based on the Bhikkhus hearing are different from Shukadeva Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit. Srila Vyasadeva explained Srimad Bhagavatam unto Shukadeva Goswami from the very beginning on the Janmadhyasya verse, and the so Shukadeva Goswami also explained it to the king. Lord Krishna is described as a Mahapurusha, and Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, is his devotional feature of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna himself, and his devotional attitude, the standard on earth, is to bestow special favors upon the fallen souls of this age of the Kali. There are 2 verses personally suitable to offers to prayers to the Mahapurusha features of Lord Krishna. I can translate. In other words, Purusha means the enjoyer, and Mahapurusha means the supreme enjoyer, or the supreme personality of God, Shri Krishna. And we see we are not enjoyers. Like even if you go to perform some duty, you're expecting you will enjoy, but you will see. You're like even like an interesting point. Also, we see that sometimes we can feel ecstasy, we can feel the joy in our spiritual life. But we can see the people also, they feel like a completely ecstatic emotion. We can see there some videos when Beatles arrives, some airport, and the people, they literally, they say they're falling on the ground, they're rolling, they're crying, and they're not like imitate, they're really in ecstasy. They completely in ecstasy. And we can see some people, they're using some drugs, and they also have some feelings like Ashta Satvika Vikar. They have like they're crying, they laughing, they rolling on the ground, they cannot speak, they cannot think. Then this is like, and this is because of our senses have connection with sense objects, and because of that, and that particular time, you have satisfaction and you have like a happiness. But real happiness, like spiritual happiness, they is not finished. This is going continuously. Because of that, we can see we can understand our emotion. Almost of us, we have like these emotions and feelings, and the joyful. Is this always material? It's like not completely spiritual. Because of that, we can see we can understand that we are not like completely on the spiritual platform. We have some Mishra Bhakti. Anyone who hears Srimad Bhagavatam attentively from the bona fide reciters is sure to become a sincere devotee of the Lord, who is able to award liberation. There was no one as attentive as Maharaj Parikshit in the matter of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, and there was no one so qualified as Shukadeva Goswami to recite the text of Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, anyone who follows in the footsteps of either the ideal reciters or the ideal hearers Shukadeva Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit, respectively, will undoubtedly attain salvation like them. We can see every day, during our reading Srimad Bhagavatam, like some message coming in our phone or somebody can start to speak something, immediately our hearing change the direction. Immediately we have interest. But what we can do in this situation, because it's there, we have our mind is very difficult to control our mind. But the solution given by acharyas, we should not cultivate this desire to follow this prajalpa or some mundane topics. It's here. It's in our mind. We cannot avoid this. It's here, because we are here in the material world. We have this material mind. But no need to cultivate these desires. This is the solution. And Maharaj Parikshit attained salvation by hearing only, and Shukadeva Goswami attained salvation only by reciting. Recitation and hearing are two processes out of 9 devotional activities, and by strenuously following the principles. Either in all or by parts, one can attain the absolute plane. So the complete text of Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning with the Janmade Asya, verse up to the last one as the 12th canto, was spoken by Shukadeva Goswami for the attainment of salvation by Maharaj Parikshit. In the Padma Purana it is mentioned that Gautama Muni advised Maharaj Ambarisha to hear regularly Srimad Bhagavatam as it was reciting by Shukadeva Goswami, and herein is confirmed by that Maharaj Ambarisha heard Srimad Bhagavatam from the very beginning to the end, as it was spoken by Shukadeva Goswami. One has actually interested in the Bhagavatam, therefore must not play with it by reading or hearing a portion from here and a portion from there. One must follow in the footsteps of great kings like Maharaj Ambarisha or Maharaj Parikshit and hear it from a bona fide representative of Shukadeva Goswami. But unfortunately, we don't have this understanding, because if we have really our problem, because we don't have a faith. We don't have a faith like Ganga can purify us. We don't have a Srimad Bhagavatam that can give us a salvation. We don't have a faith on the holy name, chanting holy name. We don't have a faith. And we cannot make this faith because we're not fully absorbed in the conversation because of our insincerity. This is but solution also is there. Just we should continue. We should continue to follow this process, and taste will come, because we have these examples. If you at least we have some portion of faith. Otherwise, we cannot start to do our spiritual path. But we should increase and increase and increase and increase. This and austerity is very, very auspicious. This austerity of mind. We should be concentrated, and we should avoid the opportunity to enjoy ourselves. Every day we should fight, even with our mind, and every day this new battle. And every day it's not like you conquer in the mind once. Conquer not conquer exactly. You engage your mind, and you feel maybe you have this experience also. Then, when you start to chant, your mind, and he's jumping here and there. But if you chant it continuously for a long time, maybe you chanting, somebody can chant 10 rounds, maybe 20 rounds, maybe some 5 hours, 10 hours. Your mind try to go that place. But after some time, your mind is understand. It's not possible to jump here and there, because you're pulling him again and again back to Mahamantra, and after some time, mind is became pacified, and you can okay, what I can do now? Now we should focusing for Hare Krishna chanting, and you're feeling completely satisfaction. And that moment I feel that Krishna is not different from holy name, and it's so sweet, and he's Krishna is exist. You have like a strong realization that Krishna is there, and Krishna is not different from holy name. Maybe like, and you're thinking, oh, now I understand this. Now I realize this, and now my life is completely changed. But next morning is again, and again you have this same example with Sankirtan also. When you do like perform Sankirtan Yagya, you can realize, oh, this is all these living beings, this is the souls, and Krishna is there, and this is the process is working. You can see the power of these books and the power of Krishna Katha and the power of holy name. You're thinking, this is amazing. Even one person took the books, and you're like flying, and you're thinking, this is the like a perfection of my life. And I want to continue to perform this Sankirtan Yagya life after life, day after day. But if you skip like a few days, you cannot go for outside. I think, maybe I can stay for like chanting more rounds, or maybe reading more books, like to do some very important seva. And you should push yourself, or somebody push yourself. But only a few days ago, you like have the strong understanding, but it's a very, very powerful and bona fide and very like essential process. You don't want to stop. But our mind, you can see, in modes of material natures, is very beautiful example. Also, like I don't know, a few lectures ago, somebody asked Prabhupada, how is possible if we are like perform our devotional service, how is material modes of material nature they can influence us? And he gave like beautiful example, like when you on the boat already you're like you can like go you like if you stay in the boat, you're protected. But because of some strong wind or some like a hurricane or some tsunami, you can fall down from that boat, and now you are not protected. It means when you perform devotional service, you are protected, but you are not. If you are not performing your devotional service, if you are not under the guidance of a spiritual master, you are not protected. And in that time, when you perform, you are completely protected. Like you can see the example of Haridas Thakur. He's like even material energy came personified. He is completely protected because he is completely absorbed in the holy name. This is the system. This is the process. Like he is completely absorbed in the Krishna consciousness because of holy name. Just chant Hare Krishna. It's very simple. Just chant Hare Krishna and be happy. But we are so complicated. We don't have a so strong faith for this. And he is preaching. We are not like we cannot stay in Vrindavan and thinking, look, we are so advanced. No need to go outside. The point that we should follow the instructions of our spiritual master, and our spiritual master, he is like in disciplic succession. He told we should go and distribute this all knowledge from all over the world. It's mentioned it in the Madhya Lila. You can pull up Madhya Lila, 16th chapter, verse number 64. And this, 1664. This commentary, second article, like down, you can down. Yes. Preaching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's call through all the worlds is more important than staying in Vrindavana or Jagannath Puri for one's own personal satisfaction. Spreading Krishna consciousness is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. Therefore, his sincere devotee must carry out his desire. Prithviti Acha Nagaradi Grama Savatra Prachara Habi Mora Nama. The devotees of Lord Chaitanya must preach Krishna consciousness in every village and town in the world. That will satisfy the Lord. It is not that one should act whimsically for his own personal satisfaction. This order comes down through the parampara system, and the spiritual master presents these orders to the disciple so that he can spread the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is the duty of every disciple to carry out the order of the bona fide spiritual master and spread Lord Chaitanya's message all over the world. This is directly instructions. It is the duty of every disciple to carry out you can see we can see somebody can tell it, but my spiritual master not like make accent for this, like why we should like somebody can tell, like some disciples of some spiritual master, they can tell But my spiritual master is not like stressed the point of the book distributors. But this is disciplic succession. This is like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told. And all this, the bona fide spiritual master who is in the line of our sampradaya, you can see, this is our order to bona fide spiritual master. Spread Lord Chaitanya message all over the world. And another interesting point. It's Adilila. This. It's also Madhya Lila, 24th chapter, verse number 277. Yes. Then Parvata Muni saw the ecstatic loving symptoms of the hunter. He told Narada, certainly you are a touchstone. Then a touchstone touch iron, it turns the iron to gold. Parvata Muni called Narada Muni a touchstone because by his touch, the hunter who was lowest among the men became an elevated and perfect Vaishnava. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that the position of Vaishnava can be tasted by seeing how good a touchstone he is. That is by seeing how many Vaishnavas he has made during his life. A Vaishnava should be touchstone so that he can convert others to Vaishnavis by his preaching. Even though people may be fallen like the hunter, there are many so-called advanced devotees who sit in secluded place for their personal benefit. They do not go out to preach and convert others into Vaishnavas, and therefore they certainly cannot be called Sparsha Mani, advanced devotees. Kanishtatikari devotees cannot turn others into Vaishnavas, but a Madhyamatikari Vaishnava can do so by preaching. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised his followers to increase the numbers of Vaishnavas. Here dekha Tarik Aha Krishna Padesh, Amara Agya Guru Har, Hana Tara Idesh. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wished that everyone should become a Vaishnava and Guru. Following the instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his disciple succession, one can become a spiritual master, for the process is very easy. One can go everywhere and anywhere to preach the instructions of Krishna. The Bhagavad Gita and Krishna instructions. Therefore, the duty of the every Vaishnava is to travel and preach the Bhagavad Gita either in his country or a foreign country. This is the test of Sparsha Mani, following the footsteps of Narada Muni. You can see this is the process. You can see even if it is your country or foreign country, but you should travel and preach the message of Bhagavad Gita. It's very, very simple. Very simple. Like if you have a faith, if you have the faith of these instructions, if you understand that this is our disciplic succession, this is our parampara, this is our message, this is our dharma. If you understand this is our dharma, it became very easy. But you cannot perceive this because we are staying in ignorance. And we stay in ignorance because we are not chanting properly. You can see, this is a cycle again and again and again and again. If you want to understand, if you can conquer the ignorance, you should chant properly. Because of this is the most important part of our life, of our day. Every day we should be determined that today I should chant my rounds clearly, focusing, pure. All these 16 rounds, somehow or other, I should fight with my mind, the desire to sleep, desire to speak, desire to neglect, desire to we should be very conscious with chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because otherwise this is not working. We cannot understand these things. You can see in Srimad Bhagavatam continuously this is stressed again and again, again and again, and again and again and again. And many, even senior devotees who they practicing 20 years, 50 years, 40 years, they cannot perceive this. This is the message. We should preach. It's not we distributed enough the books, and already all the people, many people, they know about Hare Krishna. Now we should concentrate for another things. Of course, we should do many things like gurukuls, Vaishnava communities, the Vaishnava education, college Varnashama. But still, we should continue on the book distribution also. It's not this is enough we distributed enough the books, and now we can continue, like, do some, like, something else. No, there's the point that we should continue on the book distribution, because it's not, it will be never enough. It will be never enough to distribute books. And what to speak about us? What to speak about us? Like, we are thinking like we are so advanced that we should sit in Vrindavan, we should chanting like, this is very significant example when one disciple, Srila Prabhupada, came to him and told, Prabhupada, give me this Babaji Dvesha. I want to sit and chanting these rounds because I feel satisfaction when I chanting rounds. And Prabhupada told, you're not ready. I go, no, Prabhupada, I'm ready, you please give me. And Prabhupada somehow, he gave this Babaji Dvesha hymn, and he sit on the tree and chanting his rounds, and after some time he came to Prabhupada, these people disturb me. All these devotees, they going here and there, they speaking, like they like disturb me. Prabhupada told me, because you're not focusing in chanting. You only pretender. Just go for your field of your preaching in Africa. Don't imitate Haridas Thakur. It means that we cannot like be on this level now. Almost all of us, we cannot like imitate Haridas Thakur, but because of this engagement, we should engage our mind and engage our senses in the devotional service under the guidance of our spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, and his representatives. And gradually this taste will come. But we can see our level. If we even cannot chant our 16 rounds, what to speak about the continuous samadhi, like a continuously thinking about Lord Shri Krishna and his pastimes. We can see our level of our consciousness, like when we're chanting, which kind of thoughts came in our mind, which kind of desire is coming in our mind. We have good opportunity to be the association of devotees, and we should use this opportunity. Otherwise, it's like it will be like a big mess up, because like you have like everything. You have like this good accommodation. You have like yesterday or day before yesterday, we came from airport, and me and Navanihoda Prabhu, we spoke about the book distribution in Russia. And really, if you compare the book distribution in Atlanta, you can see you have like many cars, like good cars, and not like old cars, but you need repair anytime. You have like a stock of books, you have like this dress, all this warm clothes. You have the Sankirtan spots. You have like everything, whatever you want, you can get everything. You prasadam, yes. You don't have like a scarcity of something like this, or you cannot tell like I cannot like perform all my this duty because of lack of this or this or this or this. In Russia, really, I remember my first marathon. I was in Russia, and this is Tatarstan, and like something in brahmacharya was like something around 10 or 12 brahmacharyas, like half of them like was like full-time brahmacharyas, like Safon brahmachari, like some brahmana brahmachari, and some of them like was newcomers like me. And during marathon, we don't have even a car, they have like a bag, like you should like carry all these books, some bags, not like for Sankirtan. And if you should go for book distribution, you should go by bus. And this is bus, like a very low class bus, it's very cold, because if like you go outside, it's like it's Celsius, it's like minus 25, minus 20 Celsius. And even if you go by bus, you should go to bus station from temple, you should run, because it's very cold. You cannot like walking like very. You should run, because you keep a heat in your body. You should run to bus station, and they just wait a little bit your bus. You go inside, and this bus is completely frozen. They don't have AC or some heater inside. And this is bus like a Tatarstan buses mean like almost Muslims is there. There's like I don't know. In India, it's also like you see these Muslims. They're not so clean. The smell is there. It is morning. They all of them. They go to job, and they don't take a bath. They this is the smell from their mouth. And this is completely packed. Completely packed. Next like 40 minutes, 40, 45, 50 minutes, you should stay like this, and then go. You are doing this alone. Only one person can go, and you should go out, and people not so happy with you, and some of them they call the police, then they catch you and they brought to the police station, and people they don't have much more money like in America. It's like a very, very big challenge, but here we have everything. We have everything, and to lose this opportunity to perform proper Sankirtan Yagya and perform your spiritual advancement is completely messed up. This is completely messed up. You have everything. You have everything to be in Krishna consciousness, and if you not use this opportunity, it is a big fault. Because of that, we should very be thankful and for this Vaishnava society, for our spiritual master, for his encourage, because it's like another example when you offer Ganges, the water for Ganges, you offer the same water, whatever you took from Ganges, and you offer to Ganges, This is you don't have nothing. You take this from Ganga, and you offer to Ganga. And when we offer to our spiritual master, our book scores, or some temple constructions, whatever, it's also given by him. Everything by him. It's also very, very good understanding, this proper understanding, when you understand that everything given by him. Everything, whatever we have, everything like these projects and understanding, and it's our results, everything is given by our spiritual master. If we can keep this in our mind, this will be very helpful on the path of spiritual realization, spiritual science. Okay, maybe someone have some questions, corrections, comments. We can have a few minutes to speak about this. H.G Prabhu.
Anyway, this verse is also speaking about the best of the river. This Ganga Stotra by Adi Shankara is very, very beautiful. So there's a verse here. It says, Kalpalatam iva paladam loke pranamati yaswam napatati shoke. Paravara viharini gange vimuka yuvati krita tarala apange. So, obeisances unto Ganga Devi, you bestow fruits to the worlds like the Kalpalata, wish-fulfilling creeper. He who reverentially bows down to you does not fall into grief. O Mother Ganga, you flow into the ocean with the sportiveness of a young maiden turning away with, a young maiden turning with side glances. This is very beautiful. Then there's another verse where it says that one who has bathed in your pure waters will not take birth again from the womb of a mother. And then, Adi Shankara also prays to Ganga Devi, please take away my diseases, sorrows, afflictions, sins, and evil tendencies of my mind. And finally, one thing I wanted to read, so much you said here, is that he who resides near your river bank is indeed residing in Vaikunta. It's a very nice meaning actually. Ganga Sodam is a recording of Guru Maharaj singing it.
Yes.
And
it's our disease, if you go for distribution, many people they told, I'm okay, I'm good.
how are you good? You live in like completely miserable life, you're like, you have like this so many problems, like your wife like have so many problems, give you so many problems, your children have many problems, your boss give you some problems, government, your health, your body. I am good, I am okay. You're completely not okay. You're completely not okay. You're suffering like anything, but you like try to tell me like you're okay. The problem the devotees is the same. I am okay. I am okay, like I am okay. This you should chant more like attentively. No, I am okay. No, you should like chant like read the book. I am okay. Why is this? I am okay. I am good. I am good. I am not good. Where is your ecstasy? Like where is your tears? The chanting her name. Where is your like strong desire to perform whatever Guru Maharaj told you? Where is this desire? You are not. We are not okay. Not okay. And this. And when you have this opportunity to take like Ganga Jal and with them Vrindavan Das and anything like the Mahaprasad, the Guru Prasad, this is, we should be eager now. Because the Guru Maharaj told us three of the most important things like this: the dust from the lotus feet of your devotees, the remnants of them, and yes, this is the three things that can like improve your life completely. Where is this heart desire? You are not okay. We are not okay. We should at least theoretically, we should accept this and we should do this at least theoretically. And then we can see the fruits of this. We can glorify Ganga so many times, but we should also practically. Mataji? Okay, Granth Harashimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Sankirtan Yagi ki jai.